And if you want to make sure that each one of those cells has the single most important critical ingredient for that energy synthesis, then it's simple. You focus on CoQ10. What's great with my product, it's the only CoQ10 product that you're getting all the other partners, all the other related nutrients that CoQ10 needs to deliver its benefits. Like any important ingredient, it can't do it on its own. So it requires other nutrients, and we deliver those other nutrients.
This might be the only thing you buy tonight, but boy, is it money well spent. Somebody asked me the other day, I did a little Q&A for hsn.com, and they said, what's the secret? How do you always have so much energy? Is it a lot of coffee you drink? I said, no, it's Andrew Lessman's CoQ10. This really is, for me, a necessity, not a luxury. It's something I go with every single day, and it really has made a difference in my life. I think for anyone out there who does feel fatigue regularly, you know exactly how that can hinder you. It's not a nice feeling. You have to try Andrew's CoQ10. 3060, 120 or the 240. Exceptional pricing for an exceptional product. That's the reality of it. I know you can go to every big box store in America and find CoQ10 in abundance. You must understand that CoQ10 cannot be compared to this CoQ10. It's apples and oranges. There is simply no comparison. There is a winner, and it's this one, the very finest in the world at any price. And Andrew, you know, as we get older, it becomes more vital, right? CoQ10 becomes, as we mentioned, even more important.
Right. It's as we get older, our ability, just like everything we do suffers, it seems, as we get older. And now I get to speak from very personal experience we're getting older here. But of course, you know, I've been making vitamins for 41 years. And I think part of the reason I get to do what I do and have the energy to do it is because Coenzyme Q10 is something that we've offered and something I've been using for well over 3 decades, for almost 4 decades. So as we get older, our ability to produce CoQ10 suffers. And no wonder that sort of youthful vitality, that youthful energy we all take for granted when we're younger, we tend to cherish when we're older because we don't have it. CoQ10 is an opportunity to give you sort of that bounce back in your step, at least to provide to each and every one of your cells what is generally the most limiting factor in terms of energy production. So CoQ10, it's always, whether healthy hair, skin, and nails, essential one, it's always something that's among our most popular ingredients that we've offered for over 3 decades. And again, I started offering this ingredient back in 1984, 37 years ago. So it's something I'm proud of, that we identified its importance first, but then anyone who reads any science, biochemistry about how the body works knows how important CoQ10 was. So then I started scouring the world trying to find if there was anyone making CoQ10. This is back 37, 38, 39 years ago. And finally, I found this company in Japan that was doing so. And that was the first opportunity, and we included it in a separate product in a multivitamin. And that was 37 years ago. And it probably took about 25 years before it really caught on with other companies. Meanwhile, if you were enjoying my products, you'd enjoyed it for a quarter of a century before anybody else. And it's like that, I think, with all of our products. The way we deliver our CoQ10, the reason why this product has these, and these are all verified reviews, but the reason why the reviews are as good as they are, where almost 90% are 5-star reviews. And if you look at 3, 4, 5-star reviews, you're almost at 98% of the reviews. In modern times, it's hard to get that kind of agreement on anything. But when it comes to how our body functions, how we produce energy, no matter who we are, we all share that same underlying chemistry, biochemistry. Our systems work the same, and the product works as well, you know, the same way for each person as well for each person.
And as we wrap this up, I'll read 2 quick reviews so you can see what some of the 3,000 people have been saying about Andrew's CoQ10. First one starts with top-of-the-line ingredients. With so many CoQ10 products on the market, this is the finest ingredients that doesn't upset your stomach and boosts your energy. I'm a customer for life. Thank you, Andrew, for educating us and bringing the finest products available to HSN. Swear by this supplement. I take this supplement every day and have my elderly mother taking it as well. My mother is on a cardiac medication, so I make sure to buy this whenever it is available as a monthly special or today's special. Wonderful supplement if you are feeling sluggish and lethargic. That is a feeling so many of us experience. Today is a day to get a special purchase price and really experience the difference. We talk about feel the difference. You really will feel the difference in a short amount of time. Well, we're going to move along. Still to come in our last hour with Andrew today. Final looks at our secure meal replacement today special. And of course, Cholesteracare, pricing expiring at midnight on those. But we want to spend a moment on Ultimate Eye, because this is something that I think is maybe even more crucial, maybe even more important today than it's ever been. We need to look after our eyes. We need stuff, we need supplements, we need products that can help promote healthy vision and protect the tissues in our eyes, especially when we put them to such good use day in and day out. Whether it's everything we're doing now, or perhaps it's just been on the phone every day, on the computer every day. Andrew, our eyes are, they're under attack. Like you always say, from the moment that we open our eyes, oh my gosh, we go to town on them.
Well, as I sit here with lights shining on me, and if I do Zoom calls or things like that at the house, I have lights shining on me, and all these lights, they're super efficient and they're super bright, but they're LED. So what we're doing is we're all, between the devices we use, whether it's our smartphones or iPads, whatever they might be, we're spending a lot of time looking into a device that's doing nothing more than putting radiation into our eyes. It's bad enough when centuries ago the only thing we had to contend with was sunlight, and now we add to that, we sort of add insult to injury with all the different light sources that put radiation into our eyes. And as I've often mentioned, sort of a renowned ophthalmologist, when I asked him, so when does all the damage really start in terms of all the different issues we might have as we get older with our eyes? And I'd expected to have an answer, something like, when you're 35, 40, 45, whatever it might be, when we notice our change in our vision in terms of our reading and our close focus. And he just smiled and said to me, the moment we open our eyes as an infant, because the moment we open our eyes as an infant is the moment we let light in. And light, as we say, a powerful force, and that powerful force, despite the incredible regenerative properties and protective properties of our eyes, that force, that light, takes a toll on our vision and on the structures in our eye, whether it's the lens, the retina, the macular region of the retina, over the course of our lifetime. This product is specifically designed looking at what our eye does to protect itself. And the first thing our eye does to protect itself, it concentrates two ingredients, lutein and zeaxanthin. They actually have a role in our vision. They are the macular pigments. They are both essential for clear, focused, healthy vision. Also, they're essential for protecting our eye from high energy radiation like blue light or ultraviolet radiation. So our eye knows what to do if we give it the proper ingredients. It took decades for other companies to discover the importance of lutein or zeaxanthin. It's something that I've always emphasized in our eye product. And now we deliver 12 milligrams of lutein, 6 milligrams of zeaxanthin. It's the perfect balance. We also provide ingredients for night vision, healthy night vision, supporting healthy circulation to and from the eye. So this is our most comprehensive product for healthy, clear vision today, and really supporting and promoting your eye's natural regenerative processes and healing processes for long-term vision as well.
It's age-related changes. It's the strain that we put on our eyes, as Andrew mentioned, on our screens all day long, on our smartphones all day long. This is a wonderful common sense product that's using those enhanced levels of lutein and zeaxanthin, which are really key, again, giving us what we so desperately need. If you've never tried this before, you have to give this a go. The reviews are through the roof, over 1,600 five-star reviews. The pricing today, exceptional, because Andrew's here. We've got a visit with Andrew, the only visit of January. You're looking at special savings. This is what the pricing normally is. Again, very competitive, really still very good. But if you're able to order it today, this is where we are. The $119.90 is on 3 FlexPay. In fact, they're all on 3 FlexPay, even the smallest size. The savings mount as you go for that larger size. And again, we expect that you will start to honestly see a difference. That's what I've mentioned many times. That's what the reviews mention many times. But Andrew, you know, because we've tackled this question a lot, people often wonder, well, it's too late for me. It's too late. I'm 45, 55, 65, 75. Why would I do it now? There's no chance of it making a difference. And what would you say to them?
Well, it's just the opposite of that. Certainly for those of us who treat every system in our body impeccably over the course of our entire lifetime, that would be wonderful. As much as I know, I still don't manage quite to do that. We're all human. But what's remarkable is as we get older, it's not as though our body forgets what it can do with the nutrients it requires when it finally gets them. So if you give your body, and the science and research is clear about that, if you give your body what it needs, if you give your body the lutein and zeaxanthin it requires, it knows where to concentrate those ingredients. And mind you, with lutein and zeaxanthin, something we've always talked about for me for decades in terms of being the macular pigments, the optical pigments in our eye. But now the research is just as clear that when we deliver the lutein and zeaxanthin to our eye, our body concentrates the lutein and zeaxanthin in our brain as well. And those of us with higher levels of lutein and zeaxanthin in our brain over the course of our lifetime, we tend to have a brain that ages more gracefully. So in terms of memory, concentration, mental acuity, all of those normal metrics, the way we measure how well we're aging, lutein and zeaxanthin is a critical part of a healthy aging brain. So again, my products don't come with a warning about side effects. They come with exciting side benefits, additional benefits. And I saw, Adam, that you had opened the capsule. Yeah. It's really interesting when you open the capsule, you just puncture it. It's a soft gel. You puncture it and put it on one of the white dishes because it's going to be a bright, sort of a dark, if you put it on the dish there, and if you spread it very well, now you're going to have very colorful fingers. It's lutein and zeaxanthin, as concentrated as they are in this capsule, they almost look like dark blood, but when you put it very thin, you start seeing that they're yellow. But also what's in there are the pigments from the anthocyanins from bilberry. That's for night vision, for the visual purple portion of our retina. So the product not only provides the macular pigments, the lutein and zeaxanthin, but also the anthocyanins from bilberry, black elder. Those are the things that are critical for night vision and also for healthy circulation to and from the eye. They also protect the eye from oxidative assault. So it's an incredibly comprehensive product, but those pigments are so powerful that you could have a white sheet of paper and just spread a tiny little bit from that capsule and color that entire sheet of paper yellow.
Well, with that in mind, we also want to make sure that everyone knows that not only do we have Ultimate Eye available, but we also have Max L and Z, so maximum lutein and zeaxanthin, something I know a lot of folks have been asking for a long time, and only recently, really, did Andrew make this available for everyone at home as an extra, I suppose, we're really a booster, right, Andrew? Because the body can't make it.
Yeah, I was just at my eye doctor recently, and I thanked him for the suggestion that had me produce this product. When I had seen him, this was before COVID, because every year I go and get my eyes checked, the pressure checked, I get my retina looked at to make sure that everything's going well, there are no issues. It's something that we should all do at least once a year, get the pressure checked. And that you're seeing just pure lutein and zeaxanthin. And it just looks, if you spread that thin, it looks yellow, but it is so concentrated, it almost looks, there you go. So it's just, and that's pure lutein and zeaxanthin, which has me always wondering, why does anyone use artificial colors when natural colors are so incredibly powerful and potent? But those are the macular pigments. That's what protects your eyes. That's what ensures, kind of like wearing yellow sunglasses gives you sharper vision. This is sort of works like these internal filters inside your eye. But what he had recommended, he said, what he loves to do is for certain patients that might have certain issues, he loves to recommend an additional 12 and 6. Our standard Ultimate Eye is 12 milligrams lutein, 6 milligrams zeaxanthin. For some folks, he recommends 24 and 12. So we wanted to be able to just add a standalone lutein and zeaxanthin, and thanks to his recommendation, and thanks to so many of your reviews and comments that asked if I would make a product like that, because apparently your ophthalmologist had requested the same thing, we introduced this about 1.5 years ago. And so if you just want, if say all you want is lutein and zeaxanthin, you don't want the comprehensive protection of Ultimate Eye, then this is a perfect place to start. It's the most affordable way to get the perfect levels of lutein and zeaxanthin in their perfect forms at 12 milligrams and 6 milligrams respectively.
And I do just want to take a really fast moment to let everybody know that there's so much more to Andrew's products than meets the eye. Andrew, your facility is in Henderson, Nevada. It's an extraordinary state-of-the-art complex, all powered by the sun. I hope we can show the video for everybody at home. Is there any other vitamin plant in the world that is like yours?
I don't think there's any other plant of any kind, not just vitamins. It would be wonderful if the folks making, other products for us decided to have zero carbon footprint. It's not that difficult to do. The middle between the two buildings, you see the parking lot is covered. That's the front building that we have additional space. As we need more power, we could always add more solar panels to the roof. We designed it that way. So, and what's unique about us from the very outset, that most vitamin companies don't have a facility like this that's solar powered, because most vitamin companies don't have a facility. Most vitamin companies don't make their own products. I'd say 90% roughly of vitamin supplements you see out on the internet or at retail stores are made by contract manufacturers. These are folks that just make products for everyone. They make thousands and thousands of products for probably dozens or hundreds of companies. We're unique in that we make everything ourselves. And the reason why we do this, it'd be wonderful if I didn't have to make this investment in production. But as long as I want to make a product that's different, that's more pure, that contains better ingredients, that functions better than other products, I was stuck making it myself. So I had no option. So for 41 years, we have been making our products ourselves. And it's something that from the very start, I knew that if I wanted to be different, if I wanted to make products that were additive-free, that didn't upset my stomach, that were going to be easy to swallow, that contained nutrients that were not conventionally available because they were better, and no one else really cared that they were better or not in terms of other manufacturers, contract manufacturers, I was going to have to do it myself. So everything you see when you go to hsn.com, everything you see is a product that we make for you. And that's unique. When you go into those big box retailers, when you're out on the internet, the most popular vitamins in America are contract manufactured. So I'm proud that ours are different. And we had a burden. If we were going to make something different, we had to do it ourselves. And that's the facility that you saw those images of.
Best in the world, there's no doubt about it. We're proud to present it. And folks, with that being said, it is time for our final presentation of the day and of the year at our lowest price of the year on the Secure Meal Replacement. It's our today's special last look. It's time to get those New Year's resolutions off to a flying start, to stick to those goals and achieve those goals with weight loss, with a greater sense of well-being, hitting that targeted weight. If you've tried every diet and every fad, you have to try something that is proven to work, not only in terms of following the science, but the reviews, which are so compelling. An amazing 3,200 perfect 5-star reviews have made Secure HSN's biggest selling meal replacement and also weight loss management system ever. If you've missed all the presentations today, we have one last one now. It's short, but we'll get everything in so you can make a great decision. We have 4 fabulous flavors: vanilla, pina colada, coffee, and chocolate. And you can make these any which way you want, with juice or water, 2% or almond milk or coconut milk, but with basically 63 calories or so per serving, lowest calorie, completely balanced, comprehensive, nutrients, vitamins, minerals, non-GMO, all the good stuff, all the right stuff, and it tastes amazing. We're gonna dig into all the science, the technology behind this, as it were, and also how amazingly received it is, but the value today is why we have sold nearly 30,000. Last look and last call. 20 meals, 60, 100, 2 or 3 or 400 meal kits are available. This is what the price will be. The larger sizes are actually only available until midnight tonight. The savings are not just big, they're really substantial. The pricing here is what you can get today. So most popular is the 300 meal kit. 300 meals means I could get all vanilla or all chocolate. I could also mix and match, maybe 100 vanilla, 100 coffee, 100 pina colada. You got that flexibility with it. Normally $400 basically. Today it's under $180. You're saving more than you're spending. It's around 60 cents a meal. Around 60 cents a meal for a world-class, best-in-class meal replacement is really phenomenal. The one thing I want you to bear in mind, if you're bad at making decisions and you don't know which flavor to get, the 400 meal kit comes with 100 of each flavor. So let's dive in and let's get excited, because Andrew, for so many of us of any age, there's a lot of things out there that promise great results, and many times we feel let down. This is a product that is now a tried and true proven winner.
Well, it's a product that is the byproduct of over 30 years of work. Right. And what I want to show everyone here, this is when you talk about, this is the 100 meal supply. When you get a 200, you'll get 2 different bags like this. A 300, 3 different bags. A 400, 4 different bags. So that's why with the 200, you could choose any 2 flavors you like, or it could be both the same. 300, you could choose any 3 flavors you like, or it could be all 3 the same. On the 400, there's only 1 version. It's just 1 of each flavor: chocolate, vanilla, coffee, pina colada. So, and each of these weigh over 4 pounds. So if you get the 400, you're getting something over 20 pounds shipped for free to your door. On the 2 largest sizes, it's a little over 50 cents a meal or a little under 60 cents a meal. Even on the next size up, it's less than 70 cents a meal. So it's incredibly, incredibly affordable. Without question, this is not a high bar actually to accomplish. When I say it's the best tasting meal replacement in the world, I would hope that by saying that, it meant it really tasted great. But actually, to be the best tasting meal replacement in the world is not difficult to accomplish. We've gone way beyond that. We taste so good that if you compared us to a chocolate shake from a fast food restaurant, say if you took My Secure, mixed in some ice cubes, some non-fat yogurt, and compared it to one of those shakes from a fast food restaurant, I guarantee that in at least 50% of the time, we'd win. That's how great tasting ours. And the reason I could say that is because the blueprint we used to make ours taste great was the same blueprint the folks who designed the fast food shakes used. And those fast food shakes, the only blueprint they had was to taste great. Obviously, they didn't cut corners elsewhere because they're 500 or 600 calories, and they cost a few dollars, by the way, also. So despite the vitamins, the minerals, the protein, and everything that we put in our product is 50 or 60 cents a meal. Theirs is about $3 a meal. Some of those coffee smoothies can be $5 or $6 a meal. So ours is a bargain, and ours is, you'll be astounded when you get home, because it truly is the most important characteristic, as despite all the science we've invested here, is the flavor, because the flavor is why you'll actually use it, and the only way you benefit is if you use it.
I just made myself one of the chocolate, and it is, I'm dribbling all over myself with this. It is so darn, it's just gorgeous. I mean, I can't tell you, it's gorgeous. I've tried other meal replacements in the past. I hate all of them. And I can't be alone in that. Maybe you at home have tried other meal replacements. They're just horrible. There's a nasty aftertaste. They're kind of chalky. They don't blend very well. You've got to use a blender. Honestly, I know hate is a very strong word. I hated all of them. I don't like this. I love this. And that's why you'll drink it every day. Maybe it's just for breakfast. Maybe right now you're not having any breakfast, you skip breakfast. Or maybe you're having just cereal for breakfast, which is too sugary and not good for ourselves. Look, if you have this once a day, maybe it's lunchtime. This is going to be a meal replacement that's going to make a huge difference, around 64.5 calories or so. And you've got something that you'll look forward to, which is why so many of the thousands of reviewers say they stick to it. Folks, this is it. It's over. We're done. We're down to final quantities. It's the final moments of the day in terms of our presentation. We're ending our 2021 offer right now. If you want to lose weight and you've tried everything, you must try Andrew's Secure Meal Replacement. I'm very conscious of all the commercials and adverts and advertisements that we're all bombarded with over our lifetimes, promising this, that, and the other. And so many times we're let down, and it's all hype. I want you to know there's no hype here. It's real. Following the science, the flavor, we know Andrew spent an eternity making sure the flavor is delicious. Everything about this is set up for your success. And that's why we're excited to present it one more time. Incidentally, the 300 meal kit, by far the most popular, as we rocket towards 30,000 now. By the way, if you go for those larger sizes, you're gonna get all of this included as a bonus. You'll get all of these sucrese, which is the world's best sweetener, and Choco Nouveau, which is the world's most creamy gourmet chocolate. It also helps to lower cholesterol. So there's a lot of little kind of extra bonus goodies that you're gonna receive. But the foremost amazing priority is getting you a product that is really best in class. Andrew, you put this up against others that are out there, and I say this often with you, but there really is no comparison. Because if you look at the list of ingredients, it's kind of shocking almost what yours has and what others don't have.
No, there really is no comparison. I mean, I take my responsibility to deliver the vitamins, the nutrients that you need very seriously, because if something is truly being used to replace a meal, then you want to be getting vitamins. In all likelihood, sadly, the meal we replace wouldn't have been that rich in vitamins and minerals, but we want to make sure that when you're doing your meal replacement, it's not just delicious, it's not just filling, but it's actually nutritious. And that's easier said than done, because more often than not, the vitamins and minerals they put in a product are in the wrong form, they taste terrible, they're not highly soluble. So it's a difficult undertaking to make a product that both from a technical, scientific, nutrition standpoint is going to be delivering what you need, but also be an experience that actually will function well as a meal replacement. And for me, what function well means that you'll look forward to using it, that you'll use it consistently. And if you look forward to using it and use it in that fashion consistently, you will lose weight, or you'll be more readily able to manage your weight. But I was going to do, about an hour and a half ago, I mixed 20 meals in about 8 ounces of water. And I just want to show everyone that it doesn't settle out, that it actually stays in solution. And as we can see here, it's thick, but that's 20 meals in about probably 6 or 8 ounces of water. And it just shows how remarkably soluble, because again, 20 meals, we're talking about 140 grams of protein. And 140 grams of protein, as you can see, it was, well, I don't know if we can see here, it was totally mixed. There's not any powder or anything sitting in that glass. So I just do that because I think with so many protein powders and meal replacements, they're chalky, they don't mix. You need a blender. The last thing you'd think is you can mix even 1 scoop in 8 ounces of water, let alone 20 scoops in. That was the entire container in 8 ounces, less than 8 ounces of water. So we have spared no expense. We have just done the research necessary to make sure that we invested in the flavor, in the texture, in the solubility, in the ingredients, in their granulation, because the nature of the powders determine their solubility to deliver the world's best meal replacement experience possible. And mind you, and this is not me speaking now, this is me quoting the science, that meal replacement plans work better than conventional diet plans.
Right.
Meal replacements are just superior. So if you find a great meal replacement, you have the best path to accomplishing your weight loss or weight management goals. But you have to find a meal replacement that you'll use, or the science becomes meaningless. And we've I think, created the world's finest meal replacement, really bar none.
What I love about Andrew is throughout the day, if you watch different shows, Andrew always filters in different things. Like at midnight last night, there was some great excerpts from some of the science journals that talked about that very thing, about the efficacy of using a meal replacement service. And you know, and that really does make a difference and can have an impact and can help you achieve those weight loss goals. And it's a weight loss goal because we want to live as healthy and as long a life as possible. Maybe it's to do with energy and fatigue. We know if we lose a bit of weight, we might get, you know, that energy up, and certainly from a vanity aspect as well. If we've always tried to lose those stubborn few pounds, but nothing's worked for us, it's depressing. With Andrew's product, the results are there for everybody to see. And again, I draw your attention. Most products on HSN have 10 to 20 reviews. This has 3,200 5-star reviews out of 5,000 reviews. It's our most successful, most popular meal replacement of all time on HSN, weight loss management of all time. The best product we've ever had, quite simply, in terms of reviews and results. So this is your chance to do it. You've got 30 days to sample it and give it a go. If you don't love it, you send it back. So you've got nothing to lose whatsoever, but you should try it. Because I think that's the reason why I feel so compelled to keep quoting these numbers, the 5,000 reviews and everything else, because I want you to feel confident. This is not just some new thing that's promising this, that, and the other. It's been around for a long time, and today it's better than it's ever been. I want to draw your attention to the pricing, because we are getting a flood of calls, nearly 1,000 people ordering, 1,000 people taking advantage because the price is about to expire. I can't stress that enough. enough. When I launched this at midnight with Andrew, we had all the time in the world. We could sit back, kick back and relax, but that sadly is done with. If you're looking here, that's what the pricing realistically becomes at midnight. The larger sizes actually go away, period. They are only available as a today's special, and they maximize your savings. If you are able to order right now, you can get the best pricing of 2021. Okay, so the 300 meal kit, which is the best seller, is $179.90. If it was available tomorrow, you'd spend nearly $400, more than double the price. So really an amazing opportunity to jump on in. As Andrew mentioned, if you do the 200 or 300 meal count, you can choose what you want. If you do, let's say, the 300 meal count, you might do one of the coffee and one of the chocolate and maybe then one of the vanilla. So you can get to choose and mix and match this any which way you want. Andrew, there's so much to be said, and obviously it's easy to talk about because you've refined this down to a perfect art. It tastes great, it's complete, it's balanced, and it's the best in the world at what it set out to do.
Yeah, there's only a few, what would you call, sort of moving parts. There's only a few components that need to be managed if you're going to be making a great meal replacement. So, and I'll read in a moment, I'll read just some quotes about that meal replacement. That is the highest evolution of weight loss science, meal replacements. So what we have to do with the meal replacement, of course, the direct experience is flavor. Also, what is it going to be composed of in terms of protein? Some proteins are better than others. Soy protein is the best meal replacement protein for weight loss. I have a number of quotes that speak specifically to that. The levels of vitamins and minerals, you need to deliver them in their proper forms. They can't interfere with flavor and texture. So these are all things that we have addressed and we have resolved perfectly. And again, if there is one standard for flavor that I think it's safe to conclude has been a great accomplishment for others, it's those products, say at fast food restaurants or other restaurants, that are incredibly high in calories, 500 or 600 calories. There's nothing nutritionally beneficial in them, but they're incredibly popular for one reason and one reason only. They taste incredible. Their texture is incredible. So what I set out to do, and we did this a number of years ago, was just to simply copy that flavor, that texture. You can emulate the texture simply using soy milk, non-fat milk, some ice cubes, some not-burnt yogurt, and just our meal replacement. So you're under 100 calories, and you're going to have the most delicious meal replacement experience because it will rival those 500 or 600 calorie fast food shakes that I was talking about. Because we went to the same folks who created the flavor systems for those shakes. It's not a big secret who the experts in the world on flavor are, and that's what we went to. I just think I'm the only person making a meal replacement who went to those kinds of lengths because I took it very personally when I read those reviews telling me that and I won't use the exact words that were used as to what my meal replacement tasted like, but it wasn't polite, but it was motivating. And so we set out to change how meal replacements were designed. And again, if we just look at the science here, plus also, despite the fact that my meal replacement is superior in every measurable characteristic than everything else, it costs dramatically less.
Right.
But here as we look, Nutrition Journal, meal replacement shakes are an important strategy in designing structured diets for weight management due to their simplicity, low cost, and convenience. Therefore, protein-enriched or supplemented meal replacements have found their way into weight management practice. Evidence has shown that dietary interventions utilizing meal replacements result in greater weight loss and better compliance. Those are the two measures of success. You get better results, you lose more weight, and people stay on it, are more likely to ensure adequate intake of essential nutrients, you get the nutrition you need, and demonstrate higher satisfaction, the users are happier, and lower dropout rates. There it is. That's why meal replacements work better, and when you have a meal replacement that tastes better, that mixes easier, that's lower cost, that's more nutritious, then you really have the keys to the kingdom when it comes to being able to design your own personal weight management plan. Increasingly, meal replacement diet plans have been demonstrated to provide safe, effective, sustainable weight loss. And usually sustainable is the last thing you see with weight loss. Everyone rebounds. But meal replacements are an opportunity for sustainable weight loss and have also been shown to yield significant improvements in health outcomes. which is what excites me most. When it comes to weight loss, I'm in it for the health benefit. As far as people's vanity and things, that's whatever they're interested in. But what I'm interested in is the loss in body fat, change in body composition that enables us to be healthier. Obesity research, respected journal, providing a structured meal plan with liquid meal replacements is an effective treatment for obese subjects. Long-term maintenance of weight loss with meal replacements improves biomarkers of disease risk. Biomarkers of disease risk are things like our blood sugar level, our blood pressure level. From the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, these findings support the hypothesis that defined meal replacements can be used for successful long-term weight control and improvement in certain biomarkers of disease risk. I have 30 or 40 more charts that talk about the science. And also, when it comes to the science, and there are such clear statements of efficacy, of superiority, of meal replacements, scientists generally don't use crystal clear language like that unless they're emphatically certain, emphatically clear about the conclusion that they're stating. So meal replacements, that is the opportunity for all of us. You just need to find one that will work for you. I believe that the things we've discussed today makes this meal replacement objectively superior to anything else you'll find on the market.
And there it is. I mean, it's everything that you just read, Andrew, is compelling, right? It gives you the reason to say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give this a go and give it a chance. So the hardest decision is, which flavor would you like? The chocolate really does taste like a chocolate, melted chocolate ice cream. It's delicious. I did want to point out as well, because I made the chocolate and I made the Pina Colada. Pina Colada is my favorite. Normally with a meal replacement, I will always go with the 2% milk in there. I don't do that with Andrew's, and I want to be clear, I don't do it because I don't think it needs it. So I'm normally a baby about those things, and it's, oh, give me the milk in it because it's going to make it taste nicer. Honestly, with just the water, it's fabulous. Now, look, you could do juice or almond milk or coconut milk, anything you want, but I'm just saying, even with the water, Andrew, it's gorgeous.
At home, even for me, if you just take, say, a blender, put some ice in there, a little bit of water, you put a tablespoon of, say, non-fat yogurt or not, and maybe even throw like a few little frozen blueberries or frozen strawberries in. It's unbelievable. It's still probably under 100 calories because with the vanilla you start at 63 calories, and it's unbelievable. You will swear that you are drinking some incredible, restaurant or fast food shake. So and that's because of the investment we make in flavor. That the one comment we'll often see in the reviews is that we went a little bit crazy when it comes to flavor, but you can't make up for an absence of flavor. You could always use a little bit less, you could always dilute it, but so if you have too much flavor, at least you have opportunities. If you don't have enough flavor, you're lost to start with. So I learned my lesson by making a product that didn't have adequate flavor. So now I'd rather be on the other side and make sure that I give enough flavor. So whether it's our chocolate, our coffee, our vanilla, our pina colada, and our coffee, and whenever I talk about them, I salivate. But when our coffee, you have to be aware that later in the day, I do not do the coffee, because the coffee does contain a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit of real caffeine, because our coffee is made from real coffee. So that real coffee flavor is in there with some real coffee caffeine. We haven't been able to find a decaffeinated version that tastes as good, but it's very, very low levels of caffeine. It's kind of like the levels you'd find in a little cup of green tea.
I don't want it to end, but it has to. We're 11 minutes. Obviously, with the surge of folks that we're seeing ordering right now, I want to make sure you get your flavor of choice, and the meal kit that you want. There's 1, 2, 3, and 400 are the most popular, the 300 being the #1 seller right now. If you look at it this way, 300 meals is nearly a full year. If you're doing one meal replacement per day and you do the 300 meal kit, you're under $200. In fact, you're under $180. You've got nearly a year's worth supply of meal replacement. Obviously, the 400 takes you over that as well. If you are already a fan of Andrew's Secure, you can get a bonus buy, $10 off additional purchases of the 300 and 400 size. So that's something to certainly consider. But this is a meal replacement that is so well done in every respect. You know, you talk flavor because it's the #1 thing that's going to keep us going, and the flavor is unparalleled. That's why we could spend all night discussing it. But it is also the results, and I want you to know that if you get time to read some of the 5,000 reviews that are there, some of them are going to make you cry. Happy tears because of the results that folks have been able to experience using secure meal replacement. Andrew, you know, there is a sense of health, better health by being at the right weight. You mentioned the sense of vanity as well, which is a personal thing, right? But the confidence boost it can give somebody is invaluable. It's priceless. And this is a product that's helped hundreds of thousands of people experience that feeling.
And I'm not sure if the confidence boost comes from just losing weight and achieving our optimum weight. I think the confidence boost comes from having whatever dominion or control over a process, that when you find a tool that actually helps you accomplish your goals and you can feel like you can make progress, I think that's what gives us confidence. It's like when we start working out and we're not feeling like there's progress, we might not tend to stick with that program. The same thing with modifying our diet. What I was going to show, I mixed 20 meals in 6 or 8 ounces of water. I just wanted to show in a more normal setting, let's take 1 scoop of chocolate and just in a more normal setting, see just how easily that mixes. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the water in there, and then I'm just going to swirl it around. And that's mixed. And it's remarkable. Oh, here we go. It's remarkable. A little slow here when you have it transmission to the camera. But that's not stirring at all. That's just swirling it around. And it just shows how easily it mixes and how delicious it is. And of course, to really ensure that it's all mixed, all you need to do is that. And that is 2 seconds of mixing it. So it really is designed to be different in terms of ease of use, in terms of how delicious it is and ease of use. So to everyone's health, our chocolate is like melted chocolate ice cream. Our vanilla is sort of the same, but with a little ice cubes sticking in a blender, or it's so flexible. You could use it however you want. It mixes anything you put in there, mixes readily. So it's really designed to be the perfect meal replacement. And especially when you get into the technical details, the source of protein is the best protein for weight loss. The vitamins and minerals we provide, the only thing you'll find that might be better would be my Essential 1 multivitamin than the vitamins and minerals in here.
To your good health, I tell you, the chocolate is, again, just gorgeous. Okay, we got about 7 minutes left. There's nearly 1,500 people now placing orders, so I don't want you to get lost in the mix. If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it now. If you want to do it, you must start thinking about picking up that phone. If there's even 1 meal kit left, obviously the price does go up at midnight tonight. Those larger sizes go away. This is a big opportunity to try something. Make 2021 the year that it happens, right? Make this the year that you really get that resolution fulfilled. I said in our presentation in the last hour, I can't believe I'm stood here a year later. It only feels in some ways like yesterday that it was the 2020 Secure Today special, and then the 2019. Time flies, and we keep putting off and putting off. Andrew, sometimes you just got to say, okay, today's the day I'm really going to do it.
Well, this is maybe it's a very weird year for everyone as well, but for me, on one hand, January 2020 feels like it was yesterday, but on the other hand, it feels like it might have been 5 or 10 years ago.
It's true.
That this has been the most peculiar year in my lifetime. And I know that because of the challenges that so many of us face, whether economically or just having access to the food we want, or being able to go places that serves the food we want, or being able to go to the gym, being able to be outside and exercise. Our world in so many parts of this country is anything but normal. So this is an opportunity. It's a tool. And to the extent we can, because whether it's our immune system, our cardiovascular system, our nervous system, all of those systems function better as we get closer and closer to our optimum body composition. The more body fat we have in our body, the more our body struggles to manage its blood sugar, the more our body struggles to manage its blood pressure, and the more the key systems in our body struggle with that. So again, to the extent we can do something that assists us to give our body a chance to achieve a more ideal body composition. And meal replacement science really is the gold standard when it comes to weight loss. Then this is a great opportunity. And don't let the affordability, the fact that it's just 50 or 60 cents a meal, don't let that deceive you. It is the best tasting, highest quality meal replacement you'll find anywhere in America. And it just happens to be incredibly affordable because we make it directly and deliver it directly to you.
Andrew, can I just read a couple reviews that they've given me at the side?
Oh, please.
Okay.
Love it, love it.
This first one, it says, blown away. I reluctantly purchased this item during Andrew's April visit. Usually meal replacements taste like cardboard and have no flavor. Many of them require a blender to mix smoothly. Also, some have to be sweetened with fruits or other drinks or sugar. Not this product. My product arrived today. Let me say that I was blown away. I added 1 scoop and some water. That's it. It tastes fabulous. No blender needed. I may actually be able to reach my weight loss goals. Will let you know. Next one. From Emory in Connecticut. Great flavor and very satisfying. I have tried many diets and drinks. I was skeptical, but wanted something with great nutrition, so thought I would give it a try. I love it. I bought vanilla and chocolate. I am so satisfied, I can tell you. I've used them for breakfast and as a dessert, especially at night when I tend to nibble. I like it best with milk. It tastes like a milkshake. I sometimes need a crunch for breakfast, so I made the vanilla and poured some into a very small bowl of cereal. I feel great. I'll read one last one. Addictive. Love this product. I've had the chocolate and vanilla. This is the first time I've tried the Pina Colada, my new favorite with low-fat milk. I ordered 30 servings of this one and also bought a vanilla. I just reordered at full price of 60 servings of the Pina Colada. All of this, and it's the best on the market. Wow, what a treat. There, Andrew, that last word, that says it all to me. Treat. What a treat. You wouldn't have that word associated with many meal replacements on the market, I tell you.
And it's funny, when you read those reviews, I have this little sheet here that summarizes the key words that are found in each review. And about half the reviews of Secure use the word love. About half the reviews of Secure use the word best. And that's just not what you'd expect for a 63 to 69 calorie meal replacement. And again, the difference in calories between each flavor isn't because we were being imprecise. The difference in calories is because the flavor composition is such an important component in each one that it actually transforms the caloric content. So the vanilla is 63 calories. At 65 calories is the Pina Colada, 67 calories is the chocolate, and 69 calories is the coffee. So each one a different caloric level because we've made such an enormous investment in flavor. And again, as I said before, I've been making a meal replacement for over 30 years. The bar that I'd have to get above to make the best tasting meal replacement is actually quite low, easy to achieve. My goal was making a meal replacement that tasted as good as your favorite fast food shakes. So I basically took a page out of their design book and we used the same design concepts to come up with our flavors. So that's why my product is basically head and shoulders. You read the typical reviews of meal replacements. Their flavors are basically at best tolerable. My meal replacement, I want it to be enjoyed because weight loss or weight management, it's difficult. It requires for most of us some degree of sacrifice. So your meal replacement, why not invest in making a meal replacement that's enjoyable, that's almost like a bit like candy, a treat. And that's exactly what we've created. It is like candy, it is like a treat, just happens to contain the best protein to support your weight loss goals and all the vitamins and minerals that would have defined a perfect meal. But normally we don't eat a perfect meal, but you get the perfect vitamin mineral content when you have this perfect meal. As I say, the reason for the name in the first place is when we use a meal replacement, we should be able to feel secure that it delivers the nutrition we need, the components that will support the process we're on as long as we're making these compromises and these sacrifices. So that's what Secure is. It gives you what you need so you could feel secure it's going to support that program. And that's why I tend to not read the reviews about weight loss, only because it's like using before and after pictures. But rest assured, There are hundreds and hundreds of reviews that talk about 50, 25, 100, 150-pound weight loss. So rest assured, if you use this product, it will support your weight loss goals. But I'd rather not emphasize people who've had great results, but emphasize how unique this is because it will support your results. It's just so objectively and straightforward and clear that it's designed to work.
Now it's your turn, it's your time, you've got to try it. You really have. Talk about a reputation. It really is best in class, best in the world, secure meal replacement. Thank you for shopping with us. That's it. That wraps it up for 2021. The next time that's a Today Special, it'll be early in 2022. So if you'd like to order, the price goes up at midnight tonight. Continue to stay in the ordering process. I promise we're going to get to you. And again, if there's one left, the price goes up at midnight tonight. That's just in a couple of short hours. All right. We have 3 Today Specials. One is secure meal replacement. One is Fiber Mucil. If you need a great fiber product, call and ask about Fiber Mucil. But the other one that is certainly extremely popular today is Andrew's Cholesterol. It's been a couple years since it was a Today Special, so I think there's a lot of pent-up demand to get it at the extremely low price. The 1,000 caps coming in at under $100. We're looking at supporting heart health. We're looking at doing that by reducing cholesterol levels. And this is a product that can certainly make big inroads into that, Andrew. Always impressive to see the results. People are excited about what they experience with Cholesterol.
Well, I think people are excited because they don't anticipate this being available as an opportunity. As I mentioned earlier today, pharmaceutical companies are quite influential. I think it's more than $1 trillion industry, and certainly they make, wonderful and effective drugs. But I think they're a little bit overzealous at times in their promotion of their drugs. And certainly statin drugs, cholesterol-lowering drugs, are viewed by most folks as the only reliable and only possible way to lower our total and LDL cholesterol. That is the goal of those drugs, the statin drugs, is to lower total and LDL cholesterol. Interestingly enough, that's the goal and the target and the focus of Cholesterol, of the plant sterols that are present in Cholesterol. And plant sterols in Cholesterol, they have an entirely different mechanism, but it's just as scientifically well established as the mechanisms by which statin drugs work. Statin drugs work in your liver. That's why doctors will recommend that you get a liver function test to make sure that there's nothing going amiss. But statin drugs work by affecting a pathway in your liver, an enzyme in your liver, and thereby reduce the synthesis, inhibit the synthesis of cholesterol. They also inhibit the synthesis of CoQ10, which is why if you're taking a cholesterol-lowering statin drug, you should take CoQ10. In fact, most medications to some degree inhibit the synthesis or affect the synthesis of CoQ10, so it'd be a good idea to talk about CoQ10 with your doctor. But the way Cholesterol works, it works in your digestive system. So what's great about that, it has no relationship to how the statin drug is working. So whatever benefits you get from the statin drug are untouched by Cholesterol, and the benefits from Cholesterol actually can get added to the benefits of the statin drug. So they both work independently, and the statin drug has no side effects. I don't have to warn you about any issues or problems whatsoever. It works by blocking the absorption of cholesterol that we eat. And even if you never eat cholesterol, it works by blocking the reabsorption of bile salts, which all of us produce bile salts when we eat a meal. Our body secretes bile salts. And those bile salts, which help us to emulsify fats, those bile salts are going to be very efficiently reabsorbed by our body, unless you're taking Cholesterol. And then Cholesterol will inhibit the reabsorption of those bile salts. And how do bile salts bear on cholesterol level? Well, bile salts are made from cholesterol in your body. So when your body is recycling bile salts, it's effectively recycling cholesterol. So if you take Cholesterol, it inhibits the reabsorption of those bile salts. And that's also why a diet rich in fiber can also inhibit the absorption and reabsorption of cholesterol and bile salts. So Cholesterol simply works. The science is crystal clear. As much science as there is on statin drugs, I suspect there's about as much science on plant sterols and their efficacy in terms of lowering your total and LDL cholesterol. They're harmless, but they're highly effective and with a significant reduction available.
If you'd like to order Cholesterol today, you've got a few different size options as well. 100, 250, 500, all the 1,000 caps. Andrew, forgive me, is the 1,000 caps a special size for the Today's Special?
Yes, sometimes we'll have it available throughout the year as well, but typically it is a special size for the Today Special, and it's less than a dime a capsule today. So as you see, and mind you, even the HSN price, we reduced the original price of this. The original price of this was far more expensive. So this has become a really inexpensive intervention to lower your total and LDL cholesterol. And if you're taking a statin drug, I would think it makes absolutely no sense at all to not add Cholesterol.
Right.
Because, of course, all of us would like to be able to take a lower dose or, say, a reduced frequency, because many doctors now realize to reduce the likelihood of side effects with statin drugs. With some of the longer half-life statin drugs like rosuvastatin or pitavastatin, what they recommend is you could take them every other day. So that's something you could also talk to your doctor about if you've been challenged with side effects, is that every other day dosing doesn't significantly reduce the results that you get with that statin drug. But of course, if you have something natural and harmless that you could add, a simple capsule of Cholesterol with 2 of your meals during the day, and it helps you take a lower level of statin drug, which reduces the risk of side effects and things like that over the course of your lifetime. That's a fantastic opportunity. So anyone could take advantage of the Cholesterol opportunity. If you want lower total and LDL cholesterol, it's as simple as 1 capsule with 2 of your largest meals. And read the reviews. The product is incredibly well reviewed. It's as simple as taking a cholesterol test, which I know the lab I can go to nearby my house, a cholesterol test. A full lipid profile costs a little over $20. So it's something that's affordable to see just how well this is working.
And in fact, with that being said, we have a moment or two. I'll read just a couple quick reviews here, because these are exciting to read. These are real reviews. These are not filtered. This one says, working for me. My cholesterol was always pretty good and not a problem. My cholesterol went to 240 after surgery, and I was prescribed medicine from that surgery. My doctors wanted me on a statin. I asked for some time to see if with diet it would make a difference. I immediately looked at what vitamins Mr. Lessman offered and purchased these. I just visited my doctor after blood work last week, and my cholesterol dropped to 187 from 240. My bad cholesterol dropped 50 points as well. No statins for me. I couldn't be happier. Thank you very much. Oh, and this is my first review ever on HSN. You rock. Well, thank you. I'll do one last one. Cholesterol down. I love this product. I started using Cholesterol last year, but I was only using 1 capsule a day. In January, I reread the package and saw I should be using 3 per day. My doctor wanted my cholesterol down with medications, but I said no. I started using this correctly, and by May, my cholesterol was down about 35 points. Now it is borderline, so I will definitely continue. Thanks, Andrew, for saving me hundreds of dollars by not taking a prescription. Andrew, final words on Cholesterol?
Just actually, the proper minimum dose is 2 capsules daily, 1 at each of your 2 largest meals. If you choose to and you could afford to, you can take 1 capsule every time you eat, or 2 capsules with a very large meal as well. And if you do that, you can expect a substantial reduction in total and LDL cholesterol, 15% or more. If you add some great dietary changes, adding fiber and things like that, you can get reductions of 25, 30% or more, as we've seen from so many of the reviews.
We have our Cholesterol Today special. We have our Fiber Mucil Today special, all coming to an end at midnight. And of course, perhaps the biggest superstar of the day is our Secure Meal Replacement Today special, which is also coming to an end at midnight tonight. If you're just joining us, our presentations are over. But Andrew, final thoughts on Secure. It is a revolutionary meal replacement, the likes of which there is no comparison.
Well, yeah, there's no one else who's truly made an investment in the science in meal replacements. Meal replacement is the gold standard of the most effective way, the most affordable way we can go about achieving our weight loss or weight management goals. No other company's invested in flavor as I have. No one else is invested in nutrition. We provide the best protein possible for weight loss goals, which is our non-GMO soy protein. There's nothing like it in the world. Other meal replacements that can't compare cost multiple times more. Even a fast food shake costs 5 times more. Right. A coffee shake costs 10 times more. So there's nothing like it. We do this once a year, and it's an opportunity to try a product that's truly unique and could make a difference in your life. And if you don't love it, If you don't love the taste of it, you could send it back for a complete refund.
The taste, the results, everything is amazing. Take advantage of the savings. They are expiring. The 300 meal kit, which is basically a year's worth nearly, if you're doing 1 meal replacement per day, is phenomenally priced, under $180. It's around 60 cents a meal. Andrew, I'm going to be back with you tomorrow for a little bit of a variety show at, I believe, 7 p.m.
I think I'll be calling in tomorrow. We'll do a little bit of a variety show. And unfortunately, we won't have Secure. I hope everyone who plans on trying it got an opportunity to get it today.
Andrew, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Love to the family.
Thanks, Adam.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Andrew. Stay in the ordering process for Secure, and everything else that's available is online at hsn.com. Just search Andrew Lessman. If you've got a spare few moments, read the reviews on Secure. You will be amazed. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being there. Stay with us. The night is young here on the Home Shopping Network.